Hello, everybody, and we're back with game two of the Cincinnati Reds Chicago Cubs pre-1961 Apba Bats League. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the Cincinnati Reds. Ed Ross leading off, playing center field for the Reds. Batting second, playing second, Johnny Temple. Batting third, playing first base, Ted Kulwinski. Batting fourth, playing right field, Wally Post. Batting fifth, playing left field, Frank Robinson. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Ed Bailey. Batting seventh, playing third base, Eddie Casco. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Roy McMillan. And batting ninth on the mound is Paul Derringer. And let's take a look at the hometown Chicago Cubs starting lineup. Leading off, playing first base, Phil Carvington. Batting second, playing right field, Riggs Stevenson. Batting third, playing left field, Hank Wilson. Batting fourth, playing center field, Kiki Kyler. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Johnny Kling. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Ernie Banks. Batting seventh, playing third base, Woody English. Batting eighth, playing second base, Billy Herman. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, Lon Warnick. Down here to Chicago, Wrigley Field, and get this game started. Ed Ross is going to lead it off here for the Reds. He's batting .467, no homers and 2 RBIs. He's going up against Lon Warnick. This is his first appearance, and this is Lon's 1932 season where he pitched in 35 games, started 32, 22-6 with a 2.37 ERA. And Ken Castro's in the house. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I made a little changes in the Reds lineup. Put Ted in and put Bailey in. Took out the two righties and put in some lefties in this lineup. See if I can help them out some. Kept the Cubbies lineup the same, Ken, as in game one. It worked in game one. Let's see if it'll work here. Here's the pitch to Ed Ross. And that's going to be a ground ball down the English. He fires across the diamond for out number one. And Johnny Temple now is up. And Johnny is batting a .167, no homers, 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball again down the third. English is busy. Makes another nice play though. Throws over to first. Out number two. And Big Clue, and he's not in the house, but Big Clue, Ted Kulinski, is up now, batting 200, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. The Reds go down in order. 3 ground balls, 3 outs. To the bottom of the first we go. Cincinnati, nothing. Cavaretta, Stevenson, and Wilson due up here. Phil's batting a .167. He'll be going up against Paul Derringer, his first appearance of the year. What year is this for Paul? This is his 1939 season, where he pitched in 38 games. He started 35, 25-7 with a 2.93 ERA. Here's the pitch to Phil. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center for out number one. And that'll bring up Riggs Stevenson. And Riggs get something going on here in the bottom of the first. Riggs is batting .312, no homers and 1 RBI. And he launches this one, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. That ball could have left the stadium. Home run, Riggs Stevens. And it's 1-0 Chicago. And up to the plate now is Hack Wilson. And Hack is batting only a .067. He's got 1 hit in his 15 bats, folks, but he does have 2 RBIs. Can Hack do something here? Not this at bat. It's going to be a ground ball down the temple. He fires over to first. 2 down. And Kiki Kyler up now. And he is batting a $132. No homers and no RBIs. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. That'll do it. But Stevenson's home run gives the Cubs a 1-0 lead. So we go to the top of the second. We got Post, Robinson, and Bailey due up here. And Wally's batting .250. He's got 3 homers on the year and 6 RBIs as we drop the dice before I even roll them. So now it's an official game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to English. He's been busy in these first 2 innings. 3 ground balls to him now. 3 outs that he's made. Brings up Frank Robinson. And Frank is batting .333 on the year. 1 homer and 2 RBIs. And that ball is high. And that ball is far. And it looks like the wind's blowing out here today, folks. That's a home run for Frank Robinson. And just like that, it's a 1-1 ball game. And up to the plate now steps Ed Bailey. And Bailey is batting .250. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball again down to English. Over to first. 2 down. It's up to Eddie Casco to keep this inning alive here. And Casco is batting a $125. No homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And a 65, he's not going to make his play. Even a 9. That's going to be fielding column 3. That's going to be an E4. So it's going to give the Reds an extra out here. And up to the plate steps McMillan. See if Mac can make him pay for extra out. Mac's batting .250 on the year. No homers and 2 RBIs. Let's see here. 20. That would make him an 18. He's staying put here. Letting Mac swing away. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Can Mac take advantage of this 2-0 count? And no, he comes back to strike him out after falling behind 2 balls and no strikes. He strikes Mac out. That'll end the inning. But the Reds score 1 on the homer. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 1 apiece. We got Kling, Banks, and English. And Johnny's batting a $167. No homers and 1 RBI. And against a 17. That is going to be a base hit, a slow roller down the short. And Johnny Kling beats it out, folks. That's a lead-off single by Kling. And up steps Mr. Banks. He's the one that went to play 2 today. So this is a good day for 2. And Banks is hitting 200 on the year. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That wind is blowing out the day. See ya later. Home run, Ernie Banks. And it's 3-1 Chicago. Up to the plate now steps Woody English. And English is batting .071. He's 1 for 14. That 1 hit was a homer. He's got 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Woody. And that's going to be a ground ball down the temple. He fires over to first for out number 1. And Billy Herman's due up now. And Herman is batting a $143. Here's the pitch to Billy. And that's going to be against the 16. Excuse me. That's going to be a single in right field. So Herman's aboard here with a 1-out single. And that'll bring up Lon Warnick. He's going to try to bunt him down the second. This is Lon's first plate appearance. This is his 1932 season. He batted a .92, no homers, and 9 RBIs. Can he lay down a nice bunt here, folks? And he does. That ball is bunted down the third. Eddie's only play is going to be over to first, with Temple taking it for out number 2. So now you got a runner down at second. And the top of the order due up in Cavaretta. And he's 0 for 1 today. Flew out the center. Herman doesn't have great speed out there. And that's going to be a base on balls. Phil's going to walk on down the first. So the Cubbies now got 2 runners aboard here with 2 outs. And up to the plate steps Stevenson. And he's already homered in this game, folks. He's 1 for 1 with that solar shot. And that ball is well hit. Stevenson squares this one up. He's having a hell of a game. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Herman's going to score easily. And Phil's going to stop at second. So that makes it a 4-1 ball game. Nice piece of hitting by Riggs as MV joins us. How's it going, MV? And we got first and second still. 2 down for Hack Wilson. Wilson grounded out the second his first time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. These Reds are getting beat up. The winds is howling here in Chicago, Illinois. And that's a 3-run shot. And just like that in a blink of an eye, it is 7-1. The Cubbies have scored 6 runs here in the bottom of the second. And Derringer is due to lead off. They go out and talk to him. He's like, I can get him. It's a little too late. But nobody was warming up in the pen. They didn't see this happening. So old Kyler's up. He's 0 for 1. He flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be against a 17. That's going to be a hit. Everybody gets a hit. You get a hit. He gets a hit. Hell, you get a home run's what's been happening. So Kyler down at first. It's already a 6-run lead. 7-1. And Johnny Kling's up. He singled and came around to score his first time up. And against a 17. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And Kyler, with his speed, should make it down to third easily with 2 outs. Yeah, he'll make it without a throw. So we got first and third. Paul can't get that elusive last out here, folks. And up to the plate steps Ernie Banks. Ernie started this inning off with a homer. So let's see what he can do here. Can he get another homer? He had a 2-run homer his first at bat here in the second inning. Here's the pitch to Mr. Cub. He's the one who wanted to play too. This time he just gets under it, pops that up down the temple at second. That'll win the inning. But the Cubbies add 6 on the home runs by Wilson. And who was the other one? Banks. So we go to the top of the third. They're going to let Paul come out here and bat. Down by 7. They're trying not to ruin this bullpen. Yeah, exactly, Ken. They got a decent pitching staff as far as starters. Because heck, you got 3-Finger Brown, Ed Rubal, Griffith, Vaughn, and like I say, and then you got Warner pitching today, Warnick. So it's not a bad start. And let's look at the bullpen closer. Bullpen has a lot to be desired. You got Lee out in the bullpen. Bill Lee, that is. And that's about it. Yeah, the bullpen's not much. A bunch of bees, like we was talking about. All righty. So Paul comes up to the plate. This will be his first appearance of the year, 1939. He batted .209, no homers and 17 RBIs. Here's the pitch to ball. And we're back to the top of the order in Ross and Temple. And look at this. That's a base hit in the right field. He might not be doing it on the mound, but he's doing it with the bat. He gets a board here with a leadoff single because we don't need no stinking DH. Yeah, they are, Carlos. 7-1, a blink of an eye. Some balls flying out of the Windy City today. And Ed's up. Ed is 0 for 1. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Roush. Can he get a board here? Reds need base runners. No, that ball's going to be hit down the third. Can English go around the horn? No, he won't. His only play will be down the first. Paul will get down the second. So you got the runner in scoring position now for Johnny Temple. And the Reds need some more base runners. Temple's 0 for 1. He grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. See if they keep the runner down at the second. 35 on a 9. That should be fielding column number 1. And it is. That's a line drive right at him. And nice play down there at second. They don't double up the runner. Paul gets back. So now there's 2 outs. 4. Big clue. Ted Kalinski's due up here. Ted grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes to Ted. Can't keep falling behind on these batters. They're going to make you pay. And not this time, Ted doesn't. And that's going to be a foul out. Let's see here what the infield is. 8, 13. Should be fielding column 1. 13, 22, 24, 27, 30. So they're just fielding column 2. So that'll be a pop up behind home plate. Johnny Kling makes the catch. And that'll do it. And the Red Strand won. We go to the bottom of the third. We got English due up here, followed by Herman and Warnick. And Woody is 0 for 1, grounded out the second. His first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. McMillan's got it. Fires across the diamond for out number 1. And up to the plate steps Billy Herman now. And Billy, he singled his first time up, came around to score. And not this time, but he'll take it. That's a base on balls. So Billy walks on down the first. And Warnick's going to try to bunt him in the scoring position again. He was successful his first time up. See if he can get her done this time. And that's not looking good, I don't think. 2 strikes on him. He misses both bunt attempts. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He's still trying to bunt. And that's going to be a 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the 2-0 count. 2-2 count. And that's a foul ball. He strikes him out, folks. So Warnick can't get the bunt down. Now there's 2 outs for Phil Cavaretta. Cavaretti is 0 for 1. He did walk and come around to score his last time up. Flew out the center his other time up. And against a 15. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Herm, with his speed, he's not trying to go to third with 2 outs. And we got Rig Stevenson up now, first and second. 2 outs. The Cubbies already up by 6. Can they add to this mess here? Stevens is 2 for 2. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs, folks. Here's the pitch to Rig. And that's going to be a fly ball out the deep center field near the warning track. Makes the catch. The Cubbies strand too. We go to the top of the 4th. It's still 7-1 Chicago. You got Post, Robinson, and Bailey due up here, though, for the Reds. And Wally is 0 for 1, grounded out the 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Post out. That'll be a second strikeout for Warning. That brings up Frank Robinson now. Frank, he homered his first time up. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that one is swung on and missed. He was trying to hit a homer again, but comes up empty. Back-to-back strikeouts. Can Warnick strike out the side here? Ed Belly grounded out the 3rd his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Sorry, out the right field. To end the inning, Stevens makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We got Wilson, Kiki Kyler, and Johnny Kling due up here. Hack is 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer. And they don't want nothing to do with Hack. It's a base on balls. So Wilson down at first. Kiki Kyler come through here with a hit. He is 1 for 2. He has flown out the left and singled his last time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Paul keeps falling behind on these batters. He's going to get burned. And not this time. My ball's hit down to Eddie Casco. Can they turn 2 here, folks? And that's going to be around the horn. That's going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. So now there's 2 outs and nobody on for the Cubbies. And Johnny Kling to the plate. And Johnny's having a heck of a game. 2 for 2, 2 singles. Can he keep it up? And that's going to be a nice play out in left field. Frank Robinson robs him of his 3rd hit. That'll end the inning. The Cubbies come up empty. We get to the top of the 5th, 7-1 Chicago. Eddie Casco just turned that double plays, leads off, followed by McMillan and a pitch hitter for Paul here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Casco out. We're out number 1. And McMillan grabs a bat and comes up to the plate. And Mac is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And not this time, but he lifts that in a shallow center field. Kiki makes the play for out number 2. And like I say, that'll be it for Paul. Let's see who's going to come out of the dugout here. I don't want to bring Bell out yet. Gus will come up when there's people on base. Hatton's going to come out here and pitch hit. And we got to figure out who's going to come out here. You got all righties due up here. So it's probably going to be Lucas is going to come out of the bullpen. So first, Grady's going to come out and pitch hit. And this is Grady's first appearance of the year. And this is his 1947 card. He batted .281, 16 homers, 77 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. That'll be 2 down here in the 5th rather. So 2 down to the top of the order we go. And Wash is Oh, that was the third out. Sorry about that. Get this stuff straight. And like I say, he's going to come out and pitch, but Lucas is going to come out and pitch for the Reds here. Where's Lucas at? There's Red. Red. And this is Red's second appearance. He's 0-1. He has given up 3. That don't make no sense. It's because he hasn't gotten a single out yet. That's what makes sense. So his second game, he has yet to get a batter out. That's why his ERA says 0, but actually it's infinite because he's given up 3 runs. He'll be facing Banks, English, and Herman. And that's going to be a rare play on an 11 on a 39. 11 on a 39 is 4. That's going to be hit out to center field. We'll have to re-roll here. Ed's a damn good fielder out there. That will be fielding column 1. And that's a nice play by Ed. He just robbed Ernie of a base hit. So that'll be the first out that Red Lucas has gotten this year. So 1 down. And now Red's got an ERA of 81. And up to the plate steps Woody English. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the second and the short. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. And Temple's going to make the catch for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th for the Cubbies. And Herman's up now. He is 1 for 1. He singled and walked, came around the score. And that'll be the first time they get him out. That's hit down the Temple. He fires over to Ted at first. And that'll do it. So the Cubbies go down 1, 2, 3. To the top of the 6th we go. The top of the order due up here. Roush, Temple, and Big Clue. And Ed is 0 for 2. He is grounded out the third both times up. And not this time. That's going to be a base on balls. Warnick walks the leadoff batter. Brings up Johnny Temple. See if they can get a double play here. Ground ball. Temple's 0 for 2. Hey, 007 joins us here. And here's the pitch to Temple. And he squares this one up, folks. The Big Red machine's getting on fire here. And that ball is hit in the right field. No, in the left field. So Ed'll stop at second. But the Reds have got the 2 leadoff batters aboard here. First and second and nobody out. Trailing by 6. Trying to make some noise. Top of this order. And Big Clue, Ted Kluzinski's due up 1 swing of the bat. He can make us a ball game again. Ted is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and popped up to the catcher. And that's not what he wanted. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. 41 on a 5. That should be fielding column number 1. And that's the old 5-5-3 double play, folks. English grabs a ball, touches third, fires over the first. And that's 2 outs now with a runner down in second. So a good play there by Woody English. See if old Warnick can get out of this with nobody scoring. Wally Post is at the plate. He has grounded out the third and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hack Wilson and left. That'll end it. As the Reds leave 1, we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still a 7-1 ball game. Warnick due up followed by the top of the order in Phil Cavaretta and Rig Stevenson. And Lon Warnick is 0 for 1. He has bunted and struck out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He gets a cut at that one, comes up empty. And up to the plate now is Phil. And Phil is 1 for 2. He has walked, came around the score, and flew out the center his other time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss to right 3. And that brings up Riggs Stevenson now. And Riggs is 1 for 3, 2 for 3. He's got a 2-run homer. And no, a solo homer. RBI single and flew out to center. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And the Cubbies go down 1, 2, 3. To the top of the 7th we go. We got Frank Robinson due up here, followed by Ed Bailey and Eddie Casco. And Frank is 1 for 2 with a solo homer. Excuse me, and that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Frank's aboard here with nobody out for Ed Bailey. And Bailey is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flew out the right. And that's going to be a, make him 11 on a 9. Yep. And that's going to be a nice play. Ball is popped up a mile high. And English is waiting for it to come down. It finally does. It might be a little wet, but that's going to be out number 1 as Bailey pops up in the fair territory to English. And Eddie Casco's due up now. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error and struck out. And against that 18. That's going to be a base hit. Infield hit. Slow roller down the first. And Eddie's safe. So now we got first and second for McMillan now. And can Mac keep this merry-go-round going? Due up next is Lucas. There'll be a pitch hitter unless he hits into a double play here. Here's the pitch to Mac. And that's not going to be a double play. That ball is hit down in front of the plate. 56 on a 7. Kling's not the best fielding catcher in the game. And that's going to be fielding column 3. That's going to be a single. In the left, the runner's going to score on a drop throw. That's going to be an E2. And as the other runner gets down the third and the batter gets down the second. So that's going to be a single in the left. It's going to be an E2. Runner on second's going to score. Runner on first. And the batter gets the second. And the Reds are making some noise here in the 7th, folks. It's second and third and only 1 out. And it's now 7-2. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Lucas. And this might be the time. What just happened there? Should be second and third. Do this again here. Yeah. He didn't score from first. He made it to third. That's funny, Carlos. Yeah. So we got a single in the left field. We got a E2. We got a runner on second scoring. We got a runner on first going to second. And the third, and the batter going to second. And then Gus Bell's going to come out and grab a bat here with second and third. And 1 out. See if Gus Bell with 1 swing and a bat can make this a 2-run game. And Gus is batting 667 with no homers and 1 RBI. Cubbies will play back for the out with a 5-run lead. And that's going to be a ground ball or a pop-up. It's going to be a ground ball down the short on a 41 and an 8. Is that fielding column number 2? Nope, that's going to be fielding column. Yeah, 41 and an 8. That's fielding column number 2. And they're going to look the runners back, fire over to first. Nice job by Mr. Cub himself, Ernie Banks. That was a big out. So Bell's out of there. He didn't get the job done. Now there's 2 outs. Runner still in second and third. And up to the plate steps Ed Ross. He's 0 for 2. He's walked, grounded out the third twice. And that's going to be a pop up down the short, out in shallow left. Ernie makes the catch. The Reds score 1, but what could have been? They strand 2. We go to the 7th inning stretch. And you got the righties coming up. So Freeman's going to come out of the pen. Do you want to? Let's look. We might not use Freeman. Let's see here. We might not use Freeman. Might go with Rexy. He's a lefty. We're going with Freeman. Freeman it is. Stick with your gut. Freeman's coming out of the bullpen here. It's Freeman's 1955 season. This is Freeman's first appearance of the year, folks. He'll be facing Wilson, Kiki Kyler, and Johnny Kling. And he's grounded out and walked. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Robinson in left field for out number 1. Now Kiki Kyler comes up. Can Kiki get something started here against Freeman? And Kyler is 1 for 3. He is flown out, singled, and hit into a 4-3, 5-4-3 double play. And that's going to be it's the 19. That is going to be a fly ball out the right field. Wally Pace makes the call, makes the catch for out number 2. It's up to Johnny Kling here to get some more runs here in the 7th for the Cubbies. Johnny is 2 for 3 today. And now he's going to be 2 for 4. That's a ground ball down the MAC. He fires across the diamond. And over to Ted for out number 3. Cubbies go down in order. To the 8th we go. You got Temple, Big Clue, and Wally Post due up here. And let's see. Warnick probably try to get him through this 8th inning. Let's see here. Deacon's warming up in the bullpen. Johnny Temple is 1 for 3. He is grounded out, lined out the second, and singled last time up. 22 and an 8. That's going to be a fly ball out to Hack Wilson. Nice play out there by Wilson for out number 1. And now let's see if Big Clue can get something going. He is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, popped up to the catcher, and grounded out a second time. And make it a third time. My ball's hit down the second. Up with it is Herm. He fires over to first. 2 up and 2 down. And Wally Post up the bat here. Can he keep this 8th inning going? Reds need to score 5. Post is 0 for 3. And he'll be 0 for 4. That ball's hit down the second. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the big red machine. To the bottom of the 8th we go. We got Banks, English, and Herman. Probably a pitch hitter for Warnick if they get to him. Ernie is 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer today. And that's going to be a 18 and a 9. That's going to be a nice play down at short by Mac. Nice dive and stop. Gets up, fires over the first to get Ernie. Woody English is up now. And Woody get aboard here with the 1 out and nobody on. And English is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and popped up second. That'll be a base on balls. English does his part. He walks on down to first. And Billy Herman's up now with a runner down at first. And 1 out. Can Herman get him over in scoring position? He is 1 for 2. He is singled, walked, and grounded out the second. And that's going to be against an 18 a 7. That's going to be a nice play down at second base. He hits it to Johnny Temple. And Temple's 34 on an 8. That should be fielding column number 1. And it is. And they'll get the lead batter. And that's all they'll get is the lead runner. Nice play by Temple. Now there's 2 outs, and that's going to be it for Warnick. I have a pitch hitter here for him. See who's going to come out of the dugout and pitch hit. And the Deacons are in the dugout, in the bullpen warming up. And Stan Hack's going to come out of the dugout and grab a bat with a runner down at second now. Wait a second. What they got the... What just happened there? Where's old Hack at? Stan Hack. So English down at second with 2 outs, and Hack is 0 for 1. This is his 1940 season. He hit 317 with 8 homers and 40 RBIs. And that ball is well hit. He's going to hack at this one, folks. And Stan Hack, he does more than hack at this. This ball is high. How far is this one going to go, folks? Against an 18. That ball is off the top of the wall. Hits off the ivy. That's going to score English from second. Just missed a home run. Stan Hack with a pitch hit double. And the left center field. Ed gets it and fires it in. But that's going to make it an 8-2 ball game. Nice piece of hitting by Stan. And up to the plate now steps Carbonetti. And Phil is 1 for 3. He's walked, flew out, and struck out. Runner still down at second with 2 out. And that'll end this inning. That'll be a foul out down the right field line over near the stands as Ted. Ted makes the catch for out number 3. But the Cubbies score 1. So we go to the top of the 9th. See who's going to come out here and pitch for the Cubbies. The Deacon's going to come out and pitch with a 6-run lead here. Robinson, Bailey, and Eddie Klitschko. Where's the Deacon at? There he is, old Clyde. Alrighty, Clyde's going to come in the game here. They'll be facing Robinson, Bailey, and Casco. See if he can get 3 outs here in the top of the 9th. This is Mr. Passel's second appearance. He's pitched 1 inning so far. Like I say, he'll be facing the top of the order here. Can he get through this inning and shut the Reds down? Well, no, it ain't the top of it. It's the heart of that lineup. Here's the pitch to Robinson. And that's going to be a rare play, I believe, or a hit batter. It's going to be a hit batter unless he's an HBO, and he's not. So they hit Frank Robinson. I don't understand that. Why would you hit Frank Robinson with a 6-run lead where Robinson walks on down the first? And that's going to bring up Ed Bailey now. And Bailey is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Comes right back and strikes Bailey out. So maybe there's some madness here. Paying off. Hit one guy and the other guy don't want to dig in. As Eddie Casco steps up plate now. All righty. So now Eddie up at the. Can he get something going? Frank Robinson down at first. And he sure does. He squares this up. As we lock up here. This is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alrighty. We're locking up for some reason, but Eddie just got a hold of this one, folks. Robinson down at first. 1 out, trailing by 6. And that ball is high. How far is this one going to travel, folks? Against a 18. And is he an H? No, he's a G. That ball is high. That ball is far. The big red machine's not giving up without a fight here, folks. Not giving up without a fight as Eddie Casco hits his first homer of the season and makes it a 8-4 ball game. And now McMillan's up as he steps up to the plate now with 1 out and nobody on. And Mac is 1 for 3 with an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to English. He fires across the diamond for out number 2. And that'll be it for Freeman. See, he's going to come out here and pitch hit. Against a righty. And guess Goodman will come out here and pitch hit. Try to get on base. Now it's a 4-run game. Reds still need base runners. And Goodman's batting 200 on the year. He's got no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit, though, in the right field. These Reds are being pesky. Not giving up, that's for sure. We go to the top of the order now. That's going to get the bullpen going there. See if they got some lefties in the bullpen. And the Cubbies don't have a single lefty in the bullpen. So Bill Lee's warming up in the bullpen. As we get Ed up here, and I just dropped the dice. And Ed is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to him. Cubbies down to the Reds are down to the last out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Herman. He'll throw over to first to end this game. Cubbies hold on to win 8-4. And it's tried to make it interesting. Tried to make it interesting, Carlos. That big 6-run inning, they needed it. Take a look here at the box score. The Cubbies now have taken 2 out of 3 here in Chicago. Yeah, exactly. I hear you. The Reds 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The Cubbies 8 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. Ball was flying out of Wrigley today. You had Eddie Casco and Frank Robinson with home runs. And the Reds were 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They left 6 men on base. And for the Cubbies, you had Stevenson with a homer, Hack Wilson with a homer, Ernie Banks with a homer. And the Cubbies were 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Yeah, that'll be a good series, won't it, Ken? The Giants and the Cubs. And the Cubbies left 5 men on base. And Derringer goes 0-1, 4 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, walked 3, struck out 1, and gave up 3 home runs. Lucas comes in, pitches 2 innings, gets 2 strikeouts. Freeman comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up 1 hit, 1 run, and walked 1. Warnick goes 8 innings, picks up his first win, 6 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 4, and gave up a home run. Pasquale comes in, goes 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, struck out 1, and gave up the 2-run homer to Eddie. And that's your ball game, folks. I want to thank Ken Castro and Carlos for joining us. MV was in the house. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And the next matchup will be these Cubbies and these Reds in the final game of this series. Until next time, you all have a great evening and you take care.